Hi, I'm Mike Hobby, Oak Harbor Freight Line's Training and Communications Manager. Today we want to offer you some basic information about bills of lading. We're going to cover the top 5 items on the bill of lading that seem to be misunderstood the most. We're going to look at them from the standpoint of our bill of lading, but most of the things we're going to talk about are uniform across most LTL carriers. The first section we're going to look at are the parties. There are 3 parties listed on the bill of lading: the shipper, the consignee, and the third-party billing. The shipper is the originator of the freight. It is always the location where the freight is picked up. On some bills of lading, it's called a consignor. The consignee is the party that's receiving the freight. Like the shipper location, the consignee is always a physical location. The shipper and consignee locations are used to route the shipment and are one of the primary factors in the rate you pay for the service. The shipper or the consignee may have an alternate address for mailing invoices or even separate designee for freight bill pay and audit. This information goes in the third-party billing location. The third-party billing address only applies to the party responsible for paying the freight charges, as indicated in the terms section of the bill of lading. The next thing we want to look at are the terms. Terms indicate who is responsible for paying the freight charges. There are 2 types of terms: prepaid and collect. Prepaid means the shipper or the shipper's designee is paying the freight charges. Collect means the consignee or the consignee's designee are responsible for freight charges. Every bill of lading has a default set of terms. On our bill of lading, it defaults to prepaid. It states, freight charges are prepaid unless marked collect. There is a box to mark the terms collect. This is an item that may differ between bills of lading, so please read the terms section of your bill of lading to ensure you understand what it's communicating. Sometimes shippers will not mark the terms, but will list the consignee or its designee as the third-party billing. This creates a contradictory document. The terms say the shipper is responsible, but the third-party billing indicates the consignee is responsible. Our policy is to follow the terms as our default. The third section is rate quote. When you call in to get a quote, or get a quote online, and subsequently request the pickup, there is no connection between the quote and the eventual freight bill unless you list the quote number on the bill of lading. On our bill of lading, we provide you with a box to put the quote number. Our billing personnel will see it and will add it to the freight bill. As long as the characteristics of the quote match the actual characteristics of the freight move, the 2 rates should match up. If the characteristics of the freight itself don't match the quote, the actual characteristics will be used. For example, if you got a quote for 500 pounds moving from Seattle to Los Angeles and the product was class 150, the actual weight was 625, then the freight bill will be rated using the actual weight of 625. The same is true if the actual weight is less. The fourth section we want to look at is pieces versus handling units. The pieces field in the body of the bill of lading describes the number of pieces for each commodity listed. The handling units are for the number of units being loaded in the trailer. For example, if you have 84 pieces on one shrink wrap pallet, the pieces are 84, the handling units are 1, and the type of handling unit is shrink wrap pallet, or SWP. In the case of mixed commodities that you've itemized out, please make sure that your total piece count and your total handling units are accurate. In this example, there are a total of 146 pieces on 2 pallets. The fifth and final section is the shipper certification. All bills of lading have a shipper certification section. This area is where the shipper signs the bill of lading, accepting the terms of the bill of lading and all reference tariffs, contracts, and rate sheets applicable. They're also certifying that the information provided on the bill of lading is accurate and complete. This means anyone can assist the shipper in filling out the bill of lading. However, they are ultimately responsible to make sure it's accurate. We hope that this information is useful to you, and we'll head off some frustration before it happens. We want to bring you peace of mind whenever you use our service. If you have any questions about bills of lading or any other service we provide, please contact your account manager or our customer service group. Thank you.